have a business license or permit to sell books online. Fun fact from the last time I donated books, I think it was, and I am adding 2 more books to the Unhaul pile. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I sell my books online. Well, not these books. All of these books. So, if you didn't know, I did a big unhaul like last September, so probably like 6 or so months ago, and it's finally time to rehome these babies. The reason it took me so long to do this is because a tip for unhauling actually is to pull the things you're considering getting rid of, putting them aside somewhere you can't see for 3 months, 6 months, a year even, or even like a week, and see if while it's tucked away, if you ever have that urge to go get it. It works with clothes and other things too, but especially with books. These are all the books I unhauled. I have not thought about any of these books at all, which says a lot. So I think I can finally post about these and get them a new home. And today's video is sponsored by PangoBooks. Thank you to the subscriber who recommended them to me.
And if you're a new PangoBooks user, use the code JND5 and you get a discount at checkout. Go check it out.
Hold on. Has anyone else struggled during COVID times, during the panorama, to donate books? I don't know if it's just me. I think now it's slightly changing in at least Los Angeles, but for a very long time, a lot of places weren't taking donations and they weren't like selling books. So I couldn't give my books to like a place to sell them, if that makes sense. Which only left me with online selling platforms, which if you don't know, gets really expensive for shipping, which is the reason why PangoBooks stood out to me. And I am going to show you my whole process of trying to sell books online through them. I haven't used them before. I'm going to create a little profile and post all these books and tell you my experience with them. And I also have some supplies already purchased that I will share with you. But yeah, this is a kind of a new experience, and then at the end of this video I will answer some of your guys' questions about the whole thing. Hopefully it's a smooth process. I do want to rehome these books to people who will take them. I also learned, fun fact, from the last time I donated books, I think it was, when was it? Like a year or 2 ago, when I was leaving college. I donated some books to like Salvation Army and Goodwill, and someone commented below, one, you shouldn't donate to Salvation Army just because they're not really supportive of the LGBTQ plus community. You know, common sense would have told me that already, but I didn't know. So I was really happy that person pointed it out to me, and they did it so kindly. They weren't like bashing me or anything like that. They just informed me, and I was very happy because I took in that information and now I know something new and I can help make better informed decisions. Secondly, a lot of things that are donated, I don't know the actual statistic, but it's about 80% of it, and it is mostly regarding clothes, but a lot of things that we donate to places like Goodwill and maybe thrift shops, a lot of them actually don't find new homes. A lot of them just get thrown away. So that made me very sad. So hopefully by me selling these books individually, hopefully someone will find the listing online and be like, oh, that is the book I wanted, or I'm interested in that book, let me purchase it. You know what I mean? That way it's actually rehomed and like someone appreciates it. I have a lot of really good books that I feel will sell, if that makes sense. I also have ARCs, so I will also explain to you how I plan on like selling my ARCs. You're not technically supposed to sell them. I'm not going to sell them. I'm probably going to give them away for free. So let's make a profile. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to download the app now, and I'm also going to screen record what I'm doing. So I downloaded the app. It's called PangoBooks, and there's a lot of books immediately already like popping up here that look interesting, like Red, White, and Royal Blue and One Last Stop being sold together. Nifty. I think I already have some people following me. Yeah. Oh, I already have 16 followers. That's so cool. I have been linking my profile name in my videos just so people know I'm eventually going to sell books, so check it out. And now it is the time. So luckily that's it. So if you want to follow me, the official _JND. Also, if you have a PangoBooks account, link it down below. Let your girl know, and I will go follow you. And also anyone in the comments or anyone who comes across this video can also follow you, so we can all help rehome books so nothing gets thrown out or wasted. Profile wise, I think I've actually done everything that I need to do. Name, profile image, my little bio, which is just your friendly neighborhood booktuber, Spider-Man reference we love, and now I just have to list books. And for you guys, there is a special discount code. If you use the code JND5, you get a discount when checking out, so you can totally use it when purchasing these books. How fun. I will make sure to have the app link down below so you can also check out all these books that are going to be for sale online. How cool. Oh, so exciting. And it is an app, so you do have to download the application. And right now the shipping is just US. I know it sucks, but a lot of you guys are from the US, so sorry. Maybe in the future when it expands. But yeah. Okay, now let's see how easy it is to make a listing. Boom, baby. It says really big, list a book. We have the immediately camera thing pops up. I'm going to use my bookshelf as a backdrop. And I have Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw here. So I'm going to take a quick little picture. Click. Ooh, that was really blurry. Retake. Barcode. Ah, so okay, it found the book, so that way it's going to fill in all the information for me. Category, author name. Oh, interesting. Suggested tags: hardcover, Winterwood, young adult fiction, and this one is new, so I'm going to use new too. Nice. Okay, for pricing, PangoBooks has a recommended, like, it has a blog post about it. I'll link it down below about pricing. And I know some of you guys were asking about pricing. Honestly, I think I'm just going to do all hardbacks as like 10 bucks and paperbacks as like 5. I think that's like the simplest way to do it. They are all used books. I mean, some are in like new condition in the sense, like this has no markings on it because I didn't get it from like Book Outlet or anything like that. So let's do, oh, retail price is $19. And then my price is going to be $10. Okay. I have my first book listed. Nice. Okay. Package with care. Okay. Next, since I kind of showed you how to post a listing, now let me show you what supplies I kind of bought for all of this, which is also why I am pricing everything and not just selling everything for $1, even though the shipping is covered through this specific app. So I'll show you that in 1 second. Ignore me being backlit right now, but for some supplies that I purchased myself to be able to package all these books I have old Amazon boxes from previous book purchases, so I've kept like 4 or 5 of these. I don't have too many of them, but hopefully if people were to purchase maybe several books, I can put them in the box. So I highly recommend, if you're thinking about creating an account on PangoBooks, to start keeping all the small boxes you get in the mail. They'll come in handy, promise. And as I said, tissue paper to stuff the boxes. And this was the bigger purchase. Ooh, dusty. But it's still wrapped in plastic. I have not opened this yet. But this is a pack of, I believe, 25 mailers. I will link down below the mailers that I got from Amazon. These are massive, so I am a little worried because like some little paperbacks would, you know, there'd be a lot of space left over, but that's what the tissue's for, is to stuff and make sure it doesn't just go flying around. So I bought some mailers, and I only got 25. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of purchases, at least not for the next like few weeks, I don't feel like, until I post the video. So yeah, mailers, that's about it. The cool thing about PangoBooks is that it doesn't cost anything to get the shipping label, which if you know is the downfall of so many online like selling apps. I was considering doing Depop and things like that, and I'll talk a little bit more about later why I didn't, but one of the big selling points is that I don't have to actually purchase shipping labels. They literally, if a book is sold, they send you the shipping label, and then you could just smack the label on your package and be on your way. So I'm so excited to not have to deal with that, because online selling is kind of expensive. I don't know if anyone's gonna buy my books though. I'm starting to worry. Like I feel like I have a big platform, but like in all honesty, YouTube scale, I don't have like 100,000 followers. I have 7,000 followers. So we'll see how many people purchase books. Hopefully I can get these all like 70 plus books new homes. That would be great. That's like the goal. Find a new home for these friends, these bookish friends. They deserve a lovely home too.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on and on.
And for anyone wondering, if you watch my last unhaul videos, you know exactly what books I'm unhauling, and I am adding 2 more books to the unhaul pile, and that will be Zara Hassan Is Here by Sabina Khan. An excellent book. I gave it a 3-star just because I felt that it was a little short and the romance was a little rushed, but it talks a lot about like Islamic phobia, and it did make me cry. There's trigger warnings in this book, so definitely check out the trigger warnings, but this I'm adding to the pile. I just won't reread this. I'm very happy I read it, and I definitely want to continue supporting Sabina Khan, but I'm going to add this to the unhaul. Maybe someone else can keep it in their personal library and love it way more than I did. And the next, I am adding this arc, The Kindred, by Alicia Doe. Guys, if you've been watching this channel, you know I tried my darndest with this. This was like literally almost the first book I picked up this year, but it wasn't for me. The romance is really at the foremost of this. I feel like the first 70 pages is all fun sci-fi stuff, and then the next 200, it's them on Earth being really romantic and, you know, not being able to solve any of the issues that they're facing, but being romantic. So the angst is like level 150 out of 10. So if you like that, you'll like this. And for arcs, I didn't explain. Let me tell you how I'm going to sell my arcs. So for all my arcs, I've decided I'm going to list them as $1, which is like the lowest selling point. So technically I'm not selling it, it's just to cover shipping. So you'll probably do $1 plus shipping, and that will be the arcs for sale. And hopefully some of you guys can get a hold of some good arcs. I have some really cool ones that I really want to rehome to people who would really appreciate them. So check out, again, the profile link down below. You'll download PangoBooks and you'll be able to see my all of the listings of all the books that I'm selling, which are a lot. Yeah. I figured I would answer some of you guys' questions now that I have all my listings up. This isn't the first time I've ever like sold anything online. This is the first time I'm using PangoBooks, and I'm very excited because your girl doesn't want to have to pay to print a shipping label, which is ridiculous. And I don't know if Depop's rules have changed. I should look into that. So I asked on YouTube and Twitter what questions you guys have about selling your books online. So let's dive into them. Okay, first I'll start with Vina's question because hers is the first that popped up and I did answer it earlier. Do I ship internationally? Sadly, I do not. It is really expensive to do shipping in general, but to ship internationally, sad. Amelia has a question. She says, hi, where's the best place to sell books online and how do you know how much to price them? So in my opinion, I think PangoBooks is a really good place to sell online. One, because it's handy to do listings. You snap a photo, you scan the barcode, and it fills out all the information for you. You just pick the pricing, literally hit like make listing, and it's done. And then on top of that, you have a link for your own kind of bookstore, which if you click the link down below to my bookstore, that's what it is. It's handy dandy. So it's almost like owning your own little bookshop, kind of. So I like it. Is it the best out there? To my knowledge, don't know, but I think it's a good community because it is literally just people selling books. You could also do eBay or Depop. I've had bad experiences with both, so I personally wouldn't recommend those. People can be really nasty and shady, so maybe staying in the book community just makes it a little bit better. Okay, we have another question. Do you have a business license or permit to sell books online? I do not. You probably would need a license to sell books online if you make it a main source of income. So if you are making more than $500 off of it, I would say, obviously, check the laws of the land. But I believe, from my personal knowledge, you only need a W-2 or some sort of, tax paperwork when it's over like $400, $500, because then it's considered a source of income. Whereas if it's below that, it can be considered miscellaneous, which you don't necessarily need a license to do or pay taxes for. I don't think I'm going to make more than $100 from this, so I'm not getting a license, but I would recommend it if you are planning on doing it full-time. So if you plan on buying books and then reselling them full-time, you definitely are going to need a license, especially if you want to make an income from it. So also, which type of books are easiest to sell, such as ebooks, physical books, audiobooks? How do you sell ebooks and audiobooks? Sadly, this is a great question. Let me know if anyone has an answer to this down below. I have not sold any ebooks or audiobooks, for that matter. I've only sold physical items like clothes and books online, and purchased clothes and books and like shoes online. So I haven't dived into ebooks and audiobooks. I'd be interested to hear what you guys say about selling those. Oh, also, how to price them. I will link the article that I read that advised me on how to price my books, but basically you have to take in consideration the previous value of the book. So a lot of hardbacks are around $18 to $19 of value, so it's reasonable if it's a used book to cut it in half. But then you also have to account for all of the effort and money you are spending to sell these books. So in account of like packaging, so I want to individually package all these books and ship them. What is your preferred place to list books and sell online? PangoBooks, only because I just love how easy the process is of listing everything. I remember with Depop I would spend so long listing everything. How do you decide which ones to list versus donate? Oh, that's a great question. I think whatever books aren't sold within, like, I'll probably give it like a month or two to sell, and if they don't sell, I will donate them. The only issue is, I feel like by summer a lot of libraries will be taking donations. Previously, like all of last year while I was doing all my Unhaul videos, so many places were not accepting donations. So I feel like as the panoramic, more people are getting vaxxed, hospitalization rates are low, so I feel like as things start to open up and become a little bit more normalized, then I'll be able to donate books. So I think I'll give all of these books a chance to be rehomed, give it a month or two, and then decide to donate the ones that don't sell. But selling first, I think, is a good step, because a lot of things that are donated don't find a new home. So I think it's a good way to start, rather than, again, like I said earlier, going immediately to like Salvation Army or Goodwill to donate 70 books. How do you package them exactly? Ooh, depending on if I get anybody purchasing these books in the next few days, I will do a whole packaging segment. If not, I will probably have a part 2 to this video where I do specifically packaging questions. But as for the materials that I use for this specific question, the ones that I showed you, those packets, I'll have them linked down below. Oh, this person's had some book listings up for a long time and I'm not sure how to make them sell faster. Any tips for faster turnaround rates with books? I would suggest using different platforms. Don't know what you're specifically using, but also besides that, I would also try lowering the price, doing a sale, like a bundle sale maybe, like, oh, instead of selling, like right now I'm selling a lot of hardbacks for $10. If I notice no one's buying it, I'll lower the price to $8. We'll see if people purchase that. Or I'll maybe do a 2 for $16, where it's like if you get 2 books, you get a discount of $4 instead of buying 2 individual books for $10. So try sale, moving platforms. And also a really big tip, and something that I read in the article that's linked down below, is to make sure you're communicating to your friends on social media that you are selling books. It's kind of a big vacuum, the internet, so just make sure you're sharing that link with as many people as possible, you know what I mean? We all have an Instagram, I know it, we all know it, so post about it even if it seems maybe a little embarrassing. Hey, no one ever gives me shade or anything for my book posts, so don't be scared to post about books, guys. Don't be scared. And then I got one question on Twitter. So the question was, do libraries buy lightly used books? Libraries actually don't buy back books. I mean, it might depend on what state you are in, but to my knowledge, every library I've been to, they don't buy back books. So it does, I think it depends on your library's policy, and I know during COVID it's very different, but normally a lot of like indie bookstores or used bookstores, they'll buy back books, and normally for a much better price. So that's the policy that I've known from Hawaii and LA, is that they don't buy used books, and if they're purchasing books, they're purchasing from a bookseller, not from individual parties. That's what I've always heard. Your library may be different, so make sure to give them a call, but that's to my knowledge, that mostly if you want to sell your used books, you have to go to an indie bookstore, or sell them online. Okay, y'all, I am gonna wait a little bit and see if any of these books sell. So far, a lot of people have been liking them. There's like 17 of you who are amazing and awesome and follow the bookshop already. That's what it's called technically. My online profile is a bookshop. 17 of you already follow me on there, so I've gotten a lot of likes and added to wish list notifications. No purchases just yet, so I will update you as soon as that happens. Stay tuned for the journey and learning from my mistakes. It's basically what this channel is about, is learning from all my mistakes. And again, thank you to PangoBooks for sponsoring today's video. I am working together with them, but my opinions are all my own, and I do really like how easily I can list all these books. And I will tell you again how the journey continues going. You know, how it continues going? That didn't make no sense. You know what I mean. If you've made it to the end of the video, make sure to comment below this emoji so I know you are the real MVP. So obviously, if you want to support me any further, check out my little bookshop down below and check out the promo code JND5 to get a discount if you plan on purchasing any books on the PangoBooks app. And I have a Patreon if you want bonus content. Okay, that's it. That's my little spiel. That's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. It means so much to me. And I will have a part 2 to this video as soon as someone buys the books. I'm so excited. You can't see, but I'm wiggling. It's gonna be great. Someone's gonna love them and appreciate them.